All right, first video we got going on here is coming from Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick accuses, oh man, we got Angel Torres coming like that.
Sweet.
Big shout outs to Angel Torres. Appreciate your hard work, big dog. We really appreciate that around here. And I remember you from yesterday. Yesterday you came in with a little bit. So today we're going to give you another. And because I do remember you. I do. And Torres, guess what, bro? We just got you just got yourself a moderator. The newest moderator is going to be Angel Torres. All right, everybody give it up for Angel Torres. The newest moderator coming in with the $50. That's on top of what he was donating yesterday. All right. Jared, 20-year recovery. Big shout outs, dude. Okay, we have Colin Kaepernick accuses his white adoptive parents problematic upbringing and perpetrating racism. Get out of here. Let's get to it.
What do home service pros love about Jobber?
Jobber payments is awesome.
Jobber payments.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Growing up, I was
who's spreading a message of empowerment in his new graphic novel, Change the Game, written with author and University of Chicago professor Eve L. Ewing.
I love how you depict yourself in this book, not as some big shot hero, but as a shy, insecure high schooler like we all were. I mean, I'm speaking for you, but...
Yeah, no, absolutely.
growing up, I think still am a pretty introverted person. I hope it's true to form, and that's just kind of how I navigate the world.
It's his true high school coming of age story, his journey embracing his blackness despite resistance from many, including his white adoptive parents.
I know my parents love me, but there were still very problematic things that I went through. I think it was important to show that, no, this can happen in your own home, and how we move forward collectively while addressing the racism that is being perpetuated.
He took cues from his icon, basketball star Allen Iverson, who he said wore his blackness like a suit of armor. And teenage Kaepernick wanted cornrows to match. He's getting what roles, his mom asked?
Oh, your hair's not professional. Oh, you look like a little thug.
Your mom said that to you.
Yeah. And those become spaces where it's like, okay, how do I navigate this situation now? But it also is informed why I have my hair long today.
The grown-up version of Eve wanted to go back in time and give young Colin a lot of hugs.
Somebody told me no sound. Big shout out. Jared, 20-year recovery. I keep forgetting I got to click stuff. All right.
And I was really moved and saddened by the level of kind of self-awareness that he had to develop at a very young age without a lot of guidance.
The former NFL quarterback who once led the 49ers to the Super Bowl,
Touchdown, Colin Kaepernick,
was known in high school for his baseball. The pitcher even had major league interest, but he bucked public pressure and followed his heart to the gridiron.
There were a lot more black people in football that I was like, I found some community here.
Do you still want to play football professionally?
Absolutely. I woke up this morning before our events, trained 5-6 days a week. I'm still up at 4:30. I go get my training in. That passion is still there, and the ability is still there.
What I don't like about Colin Kaepernick, it's like, bro, you keep stretching this out. He took that knee that somebody told him to do because he was sitting on the bench. A veteran says, hey, just take a knee. Don't sit on the bench if you're not going to stand. They took it and made it into this whole entire event, and he's still out here seeking attention. One thing that I feel is holding black people back is when they see other cultures Like him, he's another culture. He may have a black culture, but this is constantly putting racism inside of people who really wasn't seeing racism. I don't think he represents the average black dude that's walking around here. And I think that's kind of like what keeps a lot of black people held back, is that there's always something about racism that's being brought up that reignites the feeling all over again and doesn't really allow anyone to heal. You can't heal and create new dreams if you're still focused on nightmares. And right now, the community is always focusing on nightmares and cannot move forward when you have tons and millions of black people who can move forward, but the culture itself doesn't, because you always have someone like this who's trying to profit off of victimization. At this point, with the millions that he's made, the 10 million that he got, I still wouldn't be trying to use racism to make money off of, because technically that's what he's doing. He's using racism to get these interviews, to sell his books, to get his HBO show, to get his Netflix show. And it's like, brother, you don't even represent the blacks that are out here. You've already made it. You got rich. You're a multimillionaire. When blacks become multimillionaires, they don't care about nobody calling them a nigger. They're like, nigga, please, I'm richer than the person calling me a nigger. Why would I care what they have to say? But to the poorer person, it gives them hope, like someone speaking for them, but it doesn't give them inspiration to want to be anything. It keeps them inside of a victimized mindset. I don't like what Colin Kaepernick has turned all of this into. I really don't, because I do feel like he's lived a pretty good life. He's been rich for a very long time, and no one knew for him hanging out with niggas. Ain't nobody expect that when he was in the league. He started taking on the black race and speaking up for the black race after this knee situation. So if you want to ask somebody who is culture vulturing, I do believe that Kaepernick, in my heart, is culture vulturing right now to get money, to get the blacks to feel sorry for him. Angel Torres came in as a member. Big shout outs, my dude. Big shout outs, especially after he gave that donation. We'll go ahead and give you one of these. Give him one of those on Angel Torres becoming a member. But yes, I do think that Colin Kaepernick is a culture vulture and has no relatability to the average black person out here. But what he's doing what everybody does. You go over to the other side, and then when you make the other side mad, you try to come back to the black community to help you out. We've seen Kanye do this. We've seen a whole bunch of others do this as well. Al Sharpton, Reverend Jesse Jackson. You've seen so many of these people go over to the other side. As soon as something happens to them, they want to come back and leverage the victimization and weakness of black people to create a crowd. I don't like that, because I think that is setting people back. At the same time, yes, this guy is a clown, and we're going to have to give him the... Sorry, homeboy, you didn't get through on Sigma Nation. We don't get it. He's definitely going down as the clown of the year. Let's get to the next reaction.